It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott.
He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Cowboys and the Bucs on Thursday night.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's week 15. It just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go here on a Thursday night. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. They're led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well.
Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, this is going to be a hard group to beat.
A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's first and goal. Prescott. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll bring up second and goal. To throw is Dak. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line.
It is brought in the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Oftentimes, you can tell the decision about whether or not a team is going to go for it on fourth down based on what they do on third down, and I think they knew they had an extra down in their back pocket. Try on third and goal to go through the air, and even if you fail, you still got one more shot at it, and it results in a touchdown.
The kick is good. Makes the score Cowboys 7, Buccaneers nothing. Brandon Aubrey to kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back first and 10. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll begin here on the ground. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a first carry for their running back. A pickup there of 19 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
A couple of first downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10, up at the 42. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield strike. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Now he'll air one out. That's hard. And he's in. Touchdown, Dallas. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. The red zone now. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line and in. On Tampa. Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucks are on the board. It's now 14-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. He has played well all season long, entering this final stretch of games in December and January as the NFL leader in touchdown passes. Prescott on first down. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. A tight end in motion now. It's first down, and they'll run. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he's out of bounds in great shape, down at the 15-yard line. A gain there of 20. That's good for a Dallas first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now a give to Walker, running right. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Buccaneers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On the ground, it's Jaylen Warren. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. 1 down. 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 They'll send a tight end in motion. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. One quarter in the books. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Here's a run going left. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A tight end in motion now. On 2nd down, it's Dak. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. 3rd and 5. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 4th down, they snap it to Dak. Going up top. He will go all the way. Touchdown, Dallas. That is his 2nd touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. And that's a big number. That is touchdown pass number 50 on the season. Just 5 shy of Peyton Manning's all-time mark for the most in one campaign.
The kick is good. Next to score, Cowboys 28. Buccaneers 7. Brendan Aubrey to kick off.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. Here's a 2nd and 9. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They'll look to throw. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
That's taken in by Burks. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Buccaneers, 1st down.
And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Prescott. That's down the field for Lamb. That is hard. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for third down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Dak going to throw it here on first down. A ball deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. A tight end in motion now. On second down, Walker. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Two minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. 3rd and long. They send the tight end in motion. Dak facing 3rd and long. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He keeps it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Teron Bland.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback, and I think everyone understands going. There's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
2nd and a yard. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. In motion, Lamb. On 1st and 10, Prescott. This one intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession.
There's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 7-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in our Thursday Nighter to start the new NFL week. And we get you across the state, and apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott set to take over again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Here's 1st and 10. A quick slant taken by Lamb. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll send a tight end in motion. A handoff as they try to run it here. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Back to the ground after the penalty. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
And he'll be taken down.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with their fullback. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with White. He slams it in there, and he is in. Zamir White. Touchdown, Cowboys. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense is hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In the middle of the field, it's taken by CeeDee Lamb. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A tight end in motion now. Again, they'll try to power forward with their fullback. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cowboys.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now a run on first down. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. In motion, Lamb. First down, Prescott. He's got it inside the 5. And he's in. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. So that touchdown pass, number 51 on the year, it moves him past 2 guys at 50 to the best ever. Tom Brady in 2007 and Patrick Mahomes in 2018. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
42. Buccaneers, 14. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense ready to get back at it. This secondary will get a lot of the credit. 3 picks so far. But, Greg, the pass rush has been relentless as well.
Yeah, I think it's super important, Mike, that we point out just how rush and then the secondary coverage works together. The more that rush gets home, the faster that ball gets out. We can play certain coverages knowing the timing of the quarterback has to be sped up. So often, the teams that are the most successful in this league, Mike, they have the best understanding. When our back end and our front end are working in unison, man, it puts a lot of pressure on not only the quarterback, but the entire offense.
They send Godwin in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. And he does all he can to get away, but they're going to get him right at the line of scrimmage. And it will bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Patterson's kick is good. And the Buccaneers cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 35.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Here's a handoff to Walker running to the left. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Dak gonna work it to Lamb on the RPO. A tight end in motion now. And that'll be a pickup of 3. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Second and 7. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll send a tight end in motion. Second down, Prescott. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Here's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the... Now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Putting the tight end in motion. Prescott to throw it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Tight end on the move left. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Back to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he's going to be taken down. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Warren, and he will score. Jaylen Warren, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Buccaneers are able to edge a bit closer. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. A tight end in motion now. Now a give on the ground. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Cowboys. And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. A handoff, running left, it is Walker. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
You try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll send a tight end in motion. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And then are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. The extra point by Aubrey is good. The Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now, a return coming from the 14. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Quick throw here is complete. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. He'll drop to throw. He's got it. That's Burks. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They'll look to throw. That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. A tight end in motion now. They'll turn and hand this one off. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's a second and 12. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Third and a yard. They'll send a tight end in motion. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Cowboys.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. They'll go with a run. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down. A tight end in motion now. On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. He fumbled the football. The Bucs have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want It's the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. Their perfect season continues here into the month of December as they continue to be the #1 team in all of football. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the